So, 4 years ago, I stood at this podium for the May luncheon for the very first time at my very first chamber event. Back then, I didn't know that I would one day be the flyer queen. I have a proclamation. Back then, I was glad for the safety of the microphone because it reined in my anxiety. What if they don't like me? What if they don't really want new programs? What if they drop memberships? What if I'm too different and they don't accept me? Back then, what if and they were my adversaries? They were ready to denigrate my character, to be feared, to be avoided. And let's face it, walking unknown into a room full of business and community leaders, who among us hasn't felt that same way? But here's the thing, there is no they. It's a powerless word. They are merely the shadow bricks in our minds that are building the barriers to economic growth, that are keeping our businesses in silos, and that are hampering the connections which can sustain our community. Back then, I had yet to discover that there was no they here. At this chamber, at our chamber, there is only we. And what if is a welcome, strategic question that will bring us thoughtful, generous, inclusive we to our community. I'm getting emotional, so I cut that part out. Our members know that when we no longer fear the other, be it a business competitor, different cultures or genders, or people who just don't look or think like us, we embrace a wider marketplace, enriching our professional and personal lives. Our hearts beat stronger. Our commerce grows. And when you leave today, I'm going to ask that you look, as the Chamber has done these past 4 years, for the we in your daily business. Do our leadership teams and volunteer committees include both men and women? Do our businesses reach consumers in the wonderfully diverse Puget Sound region? And are we working collaboratively with as many partners as possible toward a long-term, long-range vision of community prosperity? And finally, importantly, are we shopping chamber, including chamber, celebrating chamber? Because our chamber is the we that has invested in this community. And I hope you know that for every single day of these past 4 years, and for all the days yet to come, I truly, passionately believe that we can create jobs and we can generate wealth if we walk along a path to business success and together take the federal way.